What's happening around the world and what's happening here at home. A very good evening to you and welcome to Weekend Primetime News. I'm Sandro Ferdinando. Now before we get into your stories in detail, let's take a quick look at your headlines for tonight.
Ruling party decides to appoint Dinesh Gunawardena as the leader of the House. Ranil Wickremesinghe says reconvening of parliament is delayed due to lack of majority. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says his appointment is legal and that he has the support of a majority. H.M. Fauzi sworn in as a state minister.
Another state minister was sworn in before President Maithripala Sirisena today.
A.H.M. Fauzi was sworn in as State Minister of National Unity, Coexistence and Muslim Religious Affairs today. 15 cabinet ministers, 8 deputy ministers and 8 state ministers have been sworn in so far.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa visited the Vidya Alankara Pirivena in Paliyagoda this evening.
The Prime Minister called on the Viharadipati of the Pirivena, Venerable Valimintiyave Kusaladhamma Thera and Dr. Venerable Kumburugamu Vajitha Thera and obtained blessings.
නිරෝගී සම්පත්තිය චිර ජීවනයේ ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් ආශිර්වාද කරන්න පිළිගන්න.
A meeting of MPs who support Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa was held at the Prime Minister's office today.
The meeting was headed by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Not only him, there are some more to come from the TNA.
Government's media spokesperson MP Keheliya Rambukwella expressed these views at a media briefing held at the Prime Minister's office.
Ranil Wickremesinghe මේ මොහොතේ අපි හඳුනන්නට වෙන්නේ කොළඹ දිස්ත්‍රික් පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රීතුමා.
The way we should introduce Ranil Wickremesinghe is as former Prime Minister and Colombo district parliamentarian. He says that the international community believes that he is the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, the Speaker, who must stay independently, is trying to give his own ideas for various ambassadors. It's said that the parliament will be convened on the 7th of this month. This is a lie. The president is the only person who can hold a parliamentary session. He is the person who can call off a parliament session. He is the only person who can prorogue a parliament and the one who can postpone a session. If the parliament will be called earlier, it can only be done by the president through a gazette and by sending the gazette to the speaker. If someone says that the speaker can change the agenda, I think that is out of the normal procedure. Honourable Speaker, you had a very well-reputed past and we think it has turned to a very unfortunate stage. We understand you as a person who cannot handle stress.
තියෙන්නේ ඔබතුමාට පීඩනය හොරොත්තු දෙන්නේ නැති පුද්ගලයෙක් හැටියට අපි හඳුන්වනවා.
පැහැදිලි ප්‍රකාශයක් කරා ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ උපදෙස් මත 7 වෙනිදා යලිත් කැඳවන්න තියෙනවා.
සම්පූර්ණ පචයක්. පට්ටපල් බොරුවක්. ඒක මතකව තීන්දුව කරා ගරු දිනේෂ් ගුණවර්ධන.
We decided to appoint Honourable Dinesh Gunawardena as the leader of the House and the appointment of the chief organizer of the government was postponed.
Now, several media briefings were held at the Temple Trees today. MP Ajit P. Perez said that if the United National Party does not command the majority in Parliament, he will take his seat in the opposition.
Yesterday, the Attorney General and the Attorney General's Department were provided special security forces by the Police Special Task Force. Now we get information about an attempt to conceal important documents pertaining to the investigation carried out by the CID and the FCID. Special High Court judges who are in charge of serious cases are facing a huge challenge and a risk to their lives. If we have a majority in the parliament, we have a party that governs this country. If we don't have the majority of the parliament, we are going to the opposition. And that is not a problem for us. We have experience on working as the opposition. If they do not have the power, this corrupt force is trying to call off Parliament to postpone the proceedings. Without asking the Speaker of Parliament, he got a special chance through this illegal postponement of Parliament. This is to convene Parliament according to his preference. We hope that the Honourable Speaker will convene the Parliament before the 16th and that he will support us to show people the real government of this country. The JVP and the TNA were asked whether they support the government. Supporting Ranil Wickremesinghe personally and acting against the constitution to end the parliament procedures illegally are two different facts. The JVP clearly say they don't like Ranil Wickremesinghe personally and they are going to vote against illegal procedures of Maithripala Sirisena. The TNA is of the same stance.
Minister Vijay Soiza supervised the Kotawanagala fishing land today. Later on, the minister expressed these views.
No need of such arguments. The executive president of the country has the power to appoint the prime minister of the country. This is not the first time this happened. But for the first time, Ranil Wickremesinghe was appointed as the prime minister when we had the 2/3 majority. That was the first and this is the second. He was given a certain time period to show his powers and a similar time frame was given to him as well to win the trust of the parliamentarians. That should not be considered as a big issue.
Continuing in more local news now, a group of MPs representing the United National Party called on Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith, in Colombo today.
The group of MPs spoke to His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith about the current political situation in Sri Lanka. Media spokesperson of the Tamil National Alliance, M.A. Sumandiran, was also present.
And also, they voted for South Fonseca. Now we have one with the intention of removing Radhavasas. And 5 years later, they did that again for that very purpose. And to have that man brought back is a terrifying thought for our people. We are not saying, we support Ranil Wickremesinghe. No, that's not what we are saying. We are saying one thing, this is unconstitutional leader. The Radhavasa is a no.
That is that if you appoint a new Prime Minister, the first thing you must do is to immediately convene Parliament so that the new Prime Minister can show his majority in the House. We are not contemplating you go to court, there are a lot of disadvantages. They'll say subjudice. The President and the government team is out, and the people who are debating is together. That's the paradoxical situation. All we want to ensure is that there is a peaceful situation everywhere. As of yesterday, IMF and ADB decided to suspend all financial transactions in Sri Lanka.
It was clear that 120 MPs of the parties are in this program. This party might have ill-treated us, but the people of this country trusted us in safeguarding the democracy in the country and to serve them. Despite several challenges the MPs face, it is clear that all of them are standing together.
Meanwhile, a group including the national organizer of the UNP, Navin Disanayake, arrived at the Sinigama Devalaya today.
Navin Disanayake, who arrived at the Sinigama Devalaya, engaged in religious observances, seeking blessings for Ranil Wickremesinghe.
Our stance is that the UNP should decide who the Prime Minister should be. It cannot be decided by other parties. If the members of the party have a problem, we will discuss and solve it. There are several capable candidates to hold the position of Prime Minister. But for now, we strongly demand that this be the decision based on who commands the majority in Parliament.
Former Speaker W.J.M. Lokubandara convened a media briefing in Colombo today.
According to the Constitution, President has total authority to convene the Parliament and head the Parliament. Parliament will temporarily become silent when it is prorogued. There is no strength, no power. It becomes strong once it reconvenes. That can be only done by the President, as he was the one who terminated the term. There are positions that do not exceed politics. That is the position of the Speaker. He has to be an independent person. I have not entered Sirikota during my tenure as the speaker.
කවදාවත් මම සිරිකොතට අඩිය තියලා නැහැ කතානායකතුරියට පත් වුණාට පස්සේ.
දැන් අපි කියනවා පාර්ලිමේන්තුව රැස් වෙනවා. මහින්දලාගේ පාර්ශ්වයට බහුතරය වෙන්න ගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. රනිල්ලාගේ පාර්ශ්වයට අනිත් බහුතරය පාර්ශ්වයට බහුතරය වෙන්න ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට
කාටද පෙන්වන්නේ ඒක?
පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ පෙන්වන්නේ.
නෝ පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් ඒක.
They can show it, but they need a no confidence motion, or else we need a budget proposal. If they can't, that is it. If not, we have to go for an election. All these powers and also the power to dissolve parliament is with the president.
Now, several media briefings were held today at the temple trees where Ranil Wickremesinghe is residing.
The joint opposition members said that they will not convene parliament on the 7th but on the 16th. There is no need for a gazette. If the speaker is verbally instructed to convene parliament on the 7th, he has the power to do so. If we have the majority, we will govern the country. If not, we will sit with the opposition. It will be hard to solve this problem within the parliament. We won't be able to face the nation. We will have to stage protests. We will have to shed blood in the streets. So we ask the people to join this program against the unconstitutional and undemocratic system. We don't care even if they take it all. What we are saying is to convene the parliament. At the moment, they are lying, saying that the parliament will be convened on the 7th or the 5th. This is why they have not issued a gazette. We enjoy doing politics as the opposition. We are used to it.
A meeting was held at the residence of State Minister Piyasena Gamage in Galle this afternoon. The minister expressed these views.
What people expected happened in the most unexpected way. The young and the old. Everyone was tired of the government. There was much criticism among the citizens. In a situation like that, no one opposed this. So many did. I did not go to anybody, but we did not agree to do anything. We expect the unity of the party. We saw what would happen to the party if it collapses. Why should we think when we see the union of Maithripala Sirisena and Mahinda Rajapaksa?
The Tamil National Alliance said it will vote in support of the no-confidence motion to be brought against the government headed by Mahinda Rajapaksa, who has been unconstitutionally and illegally appointed as Prime Minister. An announcement released by the party says remaining neutral in such a situation would pave the way for achieving an undemocratic end by force. This decision was taken by the TNA at the party leaders' meeting held last evening.
The TNA emphasized the Gazette notification declaring the Prime Minister had been removed and another Prime Minister appointed are unconstitutional, and Tamil National Alliance also considers the President's decision to prorogue Parliament made following the above actions as undemocratic and in violation of parliamentary supremacy. TNA says, after having declared as Prime Minister a member who does not command the confidence of Parliament, this had been done in order to create delay and prevent such member from having to prove a majority in Parliament. The Tamil National Alliance strongly condemns and opposes the undemocratic efforts to use such delay to bribe members of Parliament with both money and ministerial posts to induce them to cross over in order to fraudulently obtain a majority in Parliament. The TNA says it strongly opposes and condemns Tamil National Alliance Member of Parliament S. Vyalendran being a part of this conspiracy.
The Global Sri Lanka Forum urged the international community to not interfere in domestic affairs.
The Global Sri Lanka Forum condemned the statement made by US, Britain and the European Union as a violation of UN resolution which highlights that no state has the right to intervene directly or indirectly for any reason.
If anyone is concerned about the legality of what took place, there is a supreme sovereign judicial institution in Sri Lanka. So if anyone is concerned about legality of what took place, they can very well go to Supreme Court and get a directive regarding the issue, if that is what they want from the judicial path. If they wanted to get it from the democratic path, let's go to the people, let's call for a general election and let the people decide what they want. Now what is happening apparently is our people are going after foreign diplomats and calling meetings of the foreign diplomats and letting foreign diplomats talk about the situation in Sri Lanka. This is inviting international intervention to Sri Lankan situation. I think that is quite bad and it is violating our sovereign rights. If anyone is doing that, giving a room open for foreign powers to come and play in Sri Lankan internal politics is treason for us. Therefore, we urge all our political leaders, let's sort it out within Sri Lanka. Sri Lankans are quite capable of handling what is going on in Sri Lanka in our own way. We don't need any foreign powers coming up and dictating us.
2 suspects have been arrested along with 13 counterfeit 1,000 rupee notes in Borlugoda, Ingria.
Police said the suspects were arrested on a complaint received from a fruit vendor saying a person who came from a motor vehicle had purchased fruits and vegetables with a fake 1,000 rupee note in Aduragala in Ingria. The 35 and 39-year-old suspects are residents of Mattaka and Potuhara. Police seized a laptop, 4 mobile phones and a printer used for printing notes.
The Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors is celebrating 150 years in Sri Lanka.
RICS promotes and enforces the highest professional qualification and standards in development and management of land, real estate, construction and infrastructure. Speaking at this event, former Global President of RICS, Dr. Louise Brooks-Smith, talks about the change that the world is expecting.
From the United States National League of Cities to the International Global Parliament of Cities, leaders across the world are forging partnerships that make the most of power from shared interests rather than their geographical proximity. Digital platforms will enable unforeseen levels of accountability, access and openness, changing how governments interact with the people they govern. Indeed, the time when governments see us as customers rather than citizens is closer than we imagine.
Moving back to some local news, P. Karunaratna Bandara, the Divisional Education Director from Thambetugama Division, was awarded as the Integrity Idol 2018 this evening at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana.
Transparency International Sri Lanka revealed the 5 idols selected by the panel of judges for Integrity Idol 2018. The final idols were Inoka Kulatunga, Administrative Officer of the Kandy Municipal Council, Kamania Soka De Silva, Senior Nurse at the Kandy Teaching Hospital, Upal Indrajit, Assistant Director of the Department of Wildlife in Western Province, Dr. Vasanta Disanayaka, Director of the Private Health Development Sector of the Ministry of Health. Dr. Radhika Kumaraswamy was the chief guest at the event.
In Sri Lanka in recent times, we have not had a culture that rewards integrity. We have replaced integrity and principles with lies and deal-making that often involves a great deal of money. Such a culture will only change if laws are drafted and sanctions implemented, if media and educational institutions instill in people civic values, and if there are watchdog civil society organizations. For this, we must also build our institutions and respect their procedures. Otherwise, we descend into a den of deal-making and corruption.
Now, the Integrity Idol is not about solely recognizing national figures. This is about recognizing those who work with people, with communities, and do it with commitment to ensure a sound and strong public service. Let's remember those in the public right now who are losing faith. There are many who are disenchanted at this very moment in time. And so in light of that, it is the work and the commitment of our 5 finalists which is so important in building that public trust and recognizing the good work that actually takes place within the public service.
It's rather interesting that we are here to honor honesty at a time where Sri Lanka is engulfed in dishonesty. It's fascinating that we're here to honor integrity and recognize integrity when corruption reigns supreme. All the while, our people struggle. They struggle to make a living. They struggle to feed themselves. They struggle to live a life of dignity.
Up next is Weather First.
A very good evening to all our viewers. You're joining me as Rasan on Weather First. Let's now take a look at the weather forecast for the next few days. Now, according to the Department of Meteorology, a low pressure area is likely to develop in the southeastern part of Bay of Bengal, and this will travel towards Sri Lanka, and this will result in heavy showers and wind in the country. Now, according to the Met Department, the naval community and the fishing community should be vigilant about the situation. The Fisheries Department especially has requested the fishing community or the fishermen engaging in fishing activities in the multi-trawler fishing vessels in the Bay of Bengal to be vigilant about this windy and the rainy condition. Now, if you take a look at the weather forecast for today, especially in the night hours, during the night hours, heavy showers of about 100 to 150 millimeters can be expected in Gampha, Kegaul and Kurunegala districts.
And with that, wrap up news for tonight. Do join us again tomorrow with the very latest. Thank you very much for joining us. Do take care and good night.
Transparency International Sri Lanka ආයතනයත් Newsfirst.lk සංවිධානය කළ හොඳම රාජ්‍ය සේවකයා අභිෂේක ගන්වන මේ සන්ධ්‍යාවේදී හොඳම රාජ්‍ය සේවකයා ලෙස ජනතා මනාපය අනුව තීන්දුව ප්‍රකාශ වන්නේ කරුණාරත්න බණ්ඩාර මහතා අද දවසේදී රත්මලාන ස්ටයින් මැදිරි සංකීර්ණයේදී හොඳම රාජ්‍ය සේවකයා ලෙස මෙලෙස සම්මාන ලබන වගයි.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Karunaratna Bandara, Integrity Idol 2018.
2018 ஆண்டு சிறந்த நேர்மையான அரசாங்க உத்தியோகத்தராக திரு கருணாரத்ன.
හොඳයි ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම අපේ ස්තුතිය.